Hello happy YouTubers, this is Marceline at CashewGreens.com and welcome into this topic, treating chelated iron on citrus. So if you guys are experiencing iron deficiency on your citrus, this video is going to provide you some valuable information. I am bringing Greg Steven in this video and he's going to explain chelated iron, what type of chelated iron you guys should use and how to apply this chemical. So don't click away, be right back. Alright guys, I'm back and Greg is here with me. He's going to show you how to apply chelated iron, but he's going to explain before you apply the chelated iron. Alright Greg.
Good morning tubers, top of the day to you. Today we're going to be covering how to administrate chelated iron, but first it has to be we need to make sure that our pH is correct, otherwise your plant is not going to be able to absorb the iron. Yeah. Now, one of the key things about administering chelated iron to your plants is you only want to administer it into your soil in the springtime. So what we're going to do today, since it's the middle of winter, is we're going to use a foliar chelated iron spray. This you can do 5 to 6 times a year. You can do the chelated spray treatment anytime, but during the winter time, you do not want to do that because the plant is not in the growth phase. You only want it to enter or administer the chelated water to your soil when the plant is in the growth phase, and that's when it's shooting out a bunch of new stems and plants and stuff like that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to first start off by administering the vinegar water.
So let's water this thing first
and
before
the proper amount of vinegar to add is 1 tablespoon per gallon of water. So I have 1 gallon of water already here. You don't need that.
You have to water the plants first before you do that. So go ahead, talk about.
Okay. So we're going to add 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar too, but I just happen to have this, and it works just as well because they're both acidic. So we have a measuring shot glass here, 1 tablespoon. Right there. Mix it into the water. Set aside. Stir it up good. Now we're ready to go.
Okay, let's water it now.
Which one did you do? Okay, we're definitely going to do this one first.
So all of these citrus trees are in base rains right now, 7.0. So we're going to apply vinegar.
I'm just going to do the ones right now that are getting some yellowing. I already did that one. I'm going to do all these little.
So that is the first steps is to water the plants and then apply the vinegar or soil acidifier. We just ordered the soil acidifier, but we use the vinegar for now.
Let's go ahead and treat the ones down there too. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to mix our chelated iron in a 32-ounce 1 quart spray bottle. So on this, we're going to mix a 1/2 teaspoon of the chelated iron, and this is a specific chelated iron made just for this application.
So you need soluble chelated iron.
Soluble, exactly.
There are 2 types, soluble and insoluble. So you want this soluble, so it's easy to It's recommended for any plants. So how many?
It's a half an ounce per, I'm sorry, quarter of an ounce per quart, 1 ounce per gallon.
So are you going in a foliar spray?
Yes,
or?
we're going to go with the foliar spray.
So he's using foliar.
I'm just going to, like I said, because it's not springtime, they have to do this with the foliar application.
So if it is spring, you have to apply it with
to the soil.
To the soil.
Right. I'm going to shake this up really good.
So I will give him space.
That's okay.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
We need a big greenhouse.
You got that right. All right. And we're just going to go ahead and cover this very well. Do the underside as well as the tops.
I will bring the camera so you guys can see it. That is really yellowing of the leaves.
Yep.
So you can tell.
That's because it's in mostly vermiculite base with a little bit of potting mix in there, but there's no nutrients in that soil, so it's pretty much been on its own.
Manganese and iron deficiency, both similar symptoms, and that is why it is sometimes difficult to diagnose when you do your leaf analysis. And some of them are magnesium deficiency. Sometimes one tree has 3 or 2 deficiency. And as you can see in here, magnesium, you can tell the manganese. If you have this one here, as you can see, you will see the midrib and it forms a V shape. So this is magnesium. Look at that.
You just found your magnesium today, huh?
Yeah, and look at that. You can tell because it's greening, and then the green color is creating that V shape, and that is one of the sign to identify the symptoms. You know, when it progresses, you can see, and sometimes it will. Yeah.
Well, the only thing I didn't do is after I administered the vinegar into the water, I should have used my pH tester and tested the water. But from doing it enough times, it'll test out at about 6.5 to 6.3.
So what is your recommendation? Is to test
the water before you actually pour it in there, but it's okay because it's in a liquid form. It's going to flush out fairly quick. Next time you water it, you have to do that. If you water your lemons once a week, you may have to also add your vinegar water maybe once every week or every 2 weeks. You can use a soil test kit, but just to be sure.
So can you tell why this iron deficiency mostly occur in your citrus? So what happens in there? Why iron?
Because it's not in the ground. If you plant your citrus trees in the ground, you're probably not going to have to do this. You're going to have to watch probably more for pests and for standing water if your plant's not getting a proper drainage.
Because container is the soil is less nutrients, so you have to keep adding compost, good compost to your tree. And mostly if you grow in a sandy soil, also you lose nutrients and building up calcium carbonate, like what happened in Florida. Part of Florida, they has problem of iron deficiency because of the quality of the soil. So you apply chelated iron how often? Twice?
5 to 6 times a year.
5 to 6
or
times a year.
In the springtime you can add it once. In the springtime would be probably adequate if you do it properly.
And it is so quick to
fluctuate. One thing it's not going to do, when you spray, let's say this leaf, like this leaf up here, this tangelo leaf is iron deficient, and you spray this, you're not going to see this leaf change. This leaf is not going to change eventually, but the new leaves that emerge are the where you're going to see they're not going to have the veining going on. Once a leaf has gotten like this, it's never going to go back to being green, solid green again. Just your new foliage. I used to watch for that and say, that's not changing, it's not changing, damn it, it's not working. And then the new leaves come out, and that's where you'll see change coming out.
Yeah. There are so many factors relating iron deficiency. And sometimes, you know, cold temperature, like the soil is too cold, the availability of iron is decreased, and that is why your citrus is having that problem. So we've been keeping up our citrus here in the greenhouse, and we found it's starting to turn yellowing of the leaves, and some part of it probably pest.
Well, when we brought the plants in the greenhouse, we sprayed them thoroughly with the neem oil product, and that eliminated the initial pest outbreak. But you can never get rid of all your pests completely, because you have other plants that you can't catch all the white flies or the aphids or the mealybugs. They hide or they go dormant, and then you bring the citrus plants in, and they say, "Oh, new food," and they'll come over there and try it, and because it's been sprayed with neem, they try to avoid that. So what they've been hitting hard is our eggplant that we have in here. They've just been terrorizing the eggplant.
Yeah, eggplant is attractant.
It's a big attractant for the aphids and the white flies.
So it is good to place your eggplant in citrus, because it attracts it. Instead of going to your citrus, it goes to your eggplant. So I put the eggplant close to the citrus. And that is an
closest
organic.
to the door.
That's an organic. And we also, do you want to announce your book? The book is going to be hopefully published this year. It's about pests and diseases. We are trying to focus plant diseases, so we can share it with you guys. And this book will be easy to understand, and probably tons of images, so you can identify the signs and symptoms, because sometimes it's difficult to diagnose the tree. You know, you have to look up closely to the leaves, so we make it easier for you. So we experienced this one here, and
that's about it as far as that goes. We'll come back and do a follow-up video to show how the new leaves are coming out, are nice and dark green. We're going to administer also some Epsom salts, because we haven't given them any Epsom salts this winter at all, and so they're due for a treatment. The Epsom salts is really good. The magnesium is excellent for the citrus.
Yeah, so if you are new here, guys, don't forget to subscribe and join our gardening family. And I think this is for today. If you have any question, comment below. And also, do you have any news of our store?
Well, we have the new CashYourGreens.com brand new website. It's a Shopify site, not a WordPress site that we had before that was so difficult to get it to do what you wanted it to do. We have new products that we're adding every day. We have not just plants, we have tropical plants, we have citrus plants. People are asking us, when are you getting your calamandian in? Well, the calamandian right now are rooting up. They're still on the small size yet. They're still a little bit small.
Hopefully we can get more calamandian. I love calamandian.
There's a calamandian right here, but it's still a little small. We're going to wait for them to leaf out a little bit more in the spring, and then we'll add them online.
The calamandian we grow from seeds, because I heard that one. I heard a lot of people said, "Oh, growing calamandian from seeds, you can harvest fruit within 3 years." So this is 2 years now. This is 2 years now. Look at that. So you have to wait another maybe 3 years to get this citrus into maturity.
Then it'll start blooming.
And then it starts blooming. I probably prune that so that it branches. So it doesn't take 3 years, what people said, that 3 years you can harvest
or
calamandian.
We can send you one of these. Okay.
7 years.
$10 right there. 10 bucks.
7 years to wait until you have your first.
Yeah, they're not. Everything's kind of in the holding stage right now, dormancy. Although this is the time of year when our Meyer lemons start blooming like crazy, and our key limes are blooming like crazy also. Our tangelo is in full bloom. First time our tangelo tree. We've had this tree for 6-7 years, and this is the first bloom that we've had on it, and
Oh
it's
my gosh.
going crazy. Yeah, it's going nuts.
I've been waiting that Tangelo to bloom, and it's been a while. How many years before?
6-7 years we've had.
6-7 years, and I was thinking, did we buy this citrus
And
from
the
seeds?
stalk on it is about 3/4 of an inch thick, so it's not like a new seedling. It's already has brown bark on it.
So what I did on that citrus, I did not water for a month. I just let it dry, and that's what happened. I
It's kind of like the
stressed
Hoya plant. They don't bloom until you starve them with water.
I stressed, and I said, good, finally you have your flower.
Yeah.
And also, guys, if you subscribe this channel, I would encourage you guys to subscribe this channel so you can get
What
a
channel?
discount.
What channel?
This channel.
No, not this channel. You have to subscribe
Two things.
at the website
Yeah.
at cashyourgreens.com and sign up for the newsletter. The newsletter will post you the code for discounts on plants only.
Okay, this one, so this channel.
You don't get the discount
No, I
here
mean,
on the
two
website.
Two things you have to do.
On YouTube, you don't get the discount code. You have to go to the website and sign
That's
up for the newsletter. She's
that's
got that all confused, guys.
Oh,
So go to the website, cashyourgreens.com, click down, sign up for the newsletter, and then
you
we
get
will
a discount.
email you the newsletter with the discount code. You'll get a 15% discount off of plants that we have listed at our regular price. So
yeah,
that's how that works.
So go visit now.
Every day we're listing
Yeah.
new plants, and we've got this coming summer. We have a whole host of beautiful philodendrons, from red Congos and the green emeralds. A lot of the new plants that are coming out that are really trending. We're going to have a lot of those for you guys also, and
Yeah.
we're looking forward
It's
to
nice
that.
to have a discount in your plants, and if that is the only way of our appreciation.
Plants are expensive now.
So
especially
to
with
appreciate
COVID
you
coming out.
guys to support support Cashew Greens, so we give you a simple gift. Discount.
Yeah.
All right, so this is for today, guys, and again, go to the website and sign in to get your discount.
Later, guys.
Later,
Peace.
peace out.